What the?
Good morning, Lamborghini Service Centre.
Yeah, it's Mr. Bowman here. When did I tell you to fit a rocket engine to my pig?
Yesterday, Mr. Bowman.
No, I didn't.
You did, Mr. Bowman. Specifically when we were arranging delivery tomorrow evening. You said Saturn 5.
See you at 5, you phosphite. Look at this look. White and thin and flaky. That is lovely. How sharp that is. That's a blade, or has been a blade. That is beautifully sharp. Look at that, look at that. That is lovely. I'll tell you what, it's funny because the beach is absolutely full of stone and it hasn't been. Look at it all. And the thing is that I never thought about it before, but you know when you watch them wildlife programmes about all of the starling doing the murmurations, and they always say, oh, it's easier, it's harder for the predators to get a moving target, you know, in all them different moving targets. And like normally you watch that and you just, that's nice, you take it with a pinch of salt, what they're talking about, you see. Oh, well, I do. You sort of just, you don't really think about it until a minute ago. I'm looking and I'm thinking, this is really hard. The stones aren't even moving targets, but because there's so many of them, it's actually harder to see or find anything. Isn't that strange? So, if you know what I mean. I think that's just lucky shape, innit? Yeah, fuck that. Can't be doing with that. I've got big enough rockery as it is. But that, if that's the only thing I find this morning, I'll be happy. I mean, I'll be alright. I'll be neutral. That's interesting. That's going in the bag. Still can't get over that. That's beautiful, that. But I just saw this, and this looks really, really, really nice. Can you see it on that side there? But, no, probably not. But oh, hang on. You know, that looked nice. Oh no, it didn't. That looks beautiful, that does, to me. That looks, has it had retouch there, do you reckon? At some point? Looks nice, that, I like it a lot. Really do. I like it a hell of a lot. Touch. And a bracelet. I'm not sure about that. In fact, I am. It's not. There you go. I am sure about it. What's that? Interesting. Like I said things bone-wise are diminishing, aren't they? Look. Fucking hell, they're getting smaller. It'll just be random. handsome looking core, isn't it? I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of this sort of stuff, isn't there? Anyone would have think I'd have actually caught corvid. Fuck me, that looks nice. Fuck me, look at that. That cannot be accidental, can it, surely? What is that? I'll have to look further when I get home, but like that's, God blimey. That looks old. If it is worked, it's old. Look at the shape. That's definitely got the look of a, but it looks very worn. Got the ends, got an end scraper type of look, isn't it? Beautiful though. Nope. Oh, that's nice. That's still a Valois, isn't it? It looks well the Valois and very sharp. It's definitely a flake. Hello, put your feet up, mate. To rename Le Valois Alley, Le Valois. That's lovely. That's a lump, isn't it? I'll turn the flash off in a minute. Lovely. Lovely chunk. Let's just come out this hole here, look. Oh. Shiny bulb. Fucking hell. That's a bulb, isn't it? Sharp old flake that is. Lovely. That's lovely. Look at the marks across there, look. See them? Ooh, not cut marks, are they? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That can't be, can it? That must be worked. Look at it. Core of some description. Look at that. Funny things today, isn't it? Hey. Looks like another blade, doesn't it? Sharp as hell. Damage in the middle, no good. Ooh, pretty little piece of fossil wood. Don't mind if I do. It's fossil wood, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Looks like there's a fossil something in there. Have a proper look as soon as I get home. Looks like that thing I found the other week. Oh, sorry, just talking to myself out loud. What are you, mate? Oh, what? Get in, mate. That's a funny old chunk of his bone. But it's got life growing in it. And, of course, heavy. Body camera. Lovely. No bone or morning in it. And then a nice chunk there, so you're not, are you? Oh, 2 in a row, Joe. Oh, look, that's a chunk in it. Are you? What are you? Are you one? No, no, you're not. That's very nice. Bulbicus von percussiveness. Lovely. Nope. Now that I like. That's beautiful. Here we go, miniature bone scenario. Look like another little bit of Tuscany. Oh my fucking god. Oh, that's a hand axe, isn't it? That's not a core, is it? That's a hand axe, that is. That's a fucking hand axe. That's a fucking hand axe, mate. Ralph, that's a hand axe. You sure? Yeah, of course I'm fucking sure. I found 7 of them. It's a fucking... It's a... What are you there, mate? During my crazy hand axe sketch. I'm going to have to stop and have a proper look at it in a minute, because I'm so excited. That's interesting. Oh, David, look at this. Oh, yes. You know I like this type of thing. Not as much as what I've got in my hand right now, though. That looks interesting as well. No. That does. That's a hand axe, mate. That looks nice, doesn't it? I like that. Walk back's generating much better stuff. Could be an end scraper. Could be the end of the scraper. May just all be bollocks. It's a possibility. Very, very excited about this. Probably wrong. I'll have to go down rather than go and get it wrong in future videos, which I'm collecting. But that looks nice to me. That looks very, very, very worked. Look at it. What do you reckon? Look at that. This is interesting, isn't it? Oh my word, this is absolutely beautiful. Fucking focus, mate. Oh. Fuck's sake. There you go. Hi everyone, can't say thanks enough to all the new subscribers. It's been a lovely week, so I thought I'd do a bit of a longer one. I was going to start off with a bone. Here we've got a nice bit of tusk here. Have a nice look at this, look, pretty. The bone's definitely been drying up, large bone anyway. Look at that, beautiful colour there, look. Bit better control over the camera under these conditions. That's interesting there, look, see it? Looks like a bit of a trabecular structure, could be part of a skull of a small mammal, but obviously unidentifiable. Look at this concretion on this large chunk here, look. Gosh, that's a thick old bone, that. Sure. God knows what that is. Very curved, look. Alright, off at an angle there. Mind you, it could be squashed like I said before. That's the trouble. Look, still concretion. That's why it's heavy. Look. You prat, Ralph. Nice job. Which one next? And again, another thick slab. Definitely slab. I named this bone Slabatha. I'm reminded of what I was told when I'm looking for a bone. If you're looking for a bone on the beach and there's just so much shit on the beach all over the place and you know what's going on, just look for wood, pick it up. If it's heavier than wood, it's likely to be bone. Best way to get your eye in. Not in the bone, obviously. Where are we here? Yeah, and this is a funny one because this is like a solid. That's a point I could do with thinking about this a little bit more, because this is very interesting because it's totally solid, weighty, but there's no concretion on this. But look at the thickness of the surface layer. It's crazy thick. I've never found a bit of bone like this at all. If it was flint, I'd be saying it was a core. Told you everything got a bit core-ish. Well, there's some kind of sea life, some kind of algae or something living inside there, or has been. Obviously, well, I say it could be off the beach. I don't know how long it's been floating around on the shore. Could have come up from underneath the sand, not necessarily washed in. Right, where should we go next? So there, I'm chuffed with that amount of bone, considering what's this time of year and that when it's drying up. So let's get rid of the ones I'm not too bothered about. That looks a lot more sexy than I thought it was, even though it's got this two-tone thing going on here. But it's obviously like it's some kind of, I think it's some kind of core. I don't think it is an actual scraper. I think it's just like the end of a little core that looks pretty, and obviously likes listening to ska music, considering the two-tone pattern there. So enough about that. Put that to the side. Yeah, as usual, the one I fell in love with the most isn't really what it was cracked up to be. If you look, I think it may have been some kind of flake at some point, but I mean it's so worn, and look, this gone creamy, the surface layer again. I'm sure that was clear at one point, but so it's obviously a very, very old flake. Whether it was an end scraper at some point, could have been, you know, if it was this. I mean, that's what it's looking like to me, but it's so hard to make an identification of something with no real clues left on it. So we'll bung that one with the mod core over there. And what should we go with next? Oh yeah, the Bulbicus von Percussionicus. Yeah, so look, large platform flake bulb. You can see the rings going side to side all the way across, almost a hinge fracture here. Leads me to believe they've probably knocked off too thick a chunk than they wanted to, and that hit it in the wrong place for what they were obviously trying to make from it. So I believe that's now just a flake debitage. French words, debitage, just waste flake. Yeah, don't know why we have to go euro. Milky old little Levallois scraper, I believe, a little flake in that. I reckon it could have been a scraper. I'm not saying for definite, but you got that Levallois shape on here. Look, beautiful little curve there, and that is still sharp, that end. So, you know, could have, of course, it's a comfortable thing. If you were scraping like this on hides or whatever, probably may have looked better, but it's not all about looks, is it? Like they say, it was more about practicality, they reckon. I think the looks thing came on later, but the older it was just practical. It didn't have to look great. If it done the job, That's all that matters. It's all very well. That's like going to bloody Latham's or something, isn't it? You go in there and everything like looks great, and then you try and use it as what it's meant to be, and it's crap. I'd rather have it look shit and work properly. So this has got some later thermal scarring, or definitely shown up some like impurities inside there, but I've seen scrapers like this before. That to me looks like later flake retouch there to make this end sharper. And as you look this side as well, I think you can see some retouch there, or it's obviously been cleared as it's come off the core. This is like a flake scar across here from the core. So yeah, I think that is a nice scraper. That it's not a pretty one, but it is a scraper. Obviously a lot of damage and that, and a lot of erosion. Still, I've seen worse scrapers. This is like a Levallois flake. Again, this one's gone creamy, but this is a lovely tool. This hell of a shape to it. It just feels like you could use all different, you know, most of the different edges, like on the all the way round. Really, it's like it's still sharp now. So God knows how sharp it was before it rolled around for hundreds of thousands of years. But you can see that looks like, oh God, what's going on? I've got like silicone fingers or something. But this must be very, very old. You can see there's cortex left here, but you can see that's been removed. Maybe on a pre-prepared core has been taken off possibly, and you can't see the rings on the back as well as you should. It's got a great shape to it though, look. That's my thinking anyway. If anyone knows different, please don't hesitate to say, but that's what I'm saying. That's a nice scraper, that. And like this is almost like a smaller version, smaller, more modern version of what I just showed you. Beautiful. Oh, I bet you like this one, David. I bet you do, because I do. That's lovely. It's got a lovely look to it. Look at all the facets. Look. Beautiful. Trouble is, when you're finding these things, sometimes they come up wet. When they're wet, they look so good. You get them home and you're like, what the fuck did I bring them? It's lovely, that. Lovely colour flint as well. I hope you're getting out of this a visual what I am. If not, you've subscribed to the wrong channel. Lovely. I will be able to hold something up for the rest of the night at some point. Right, over to my little selection here of beauties. I've done the math, the measurements. Right, so like they say, a blade is twice its width, twice as long as it is wide. That's so they say. So this is a beauty. Check this. It's like a Gillette razor blade. If I didn't know any better, I'm not sure when Gillette was established, but look at this. Look. I believe that the bulb has been taken off, either broken away there, or that is a purposeful flake there that's took the bulb off from the back. Was that right? No, it's this end actually, sorry, I take that back. If you look at the lines, the percussive lines from the flake, they're going across this way, ween, ween, ween. So the bulb must have been this end. I believe that's been touched. If you can see, there's been a lot of touching up on this to make this sharp. Look at that, can you see that? So how sharp is that? That'd slice through an apple, no sweat. I love it, it's beautiful. Look at that. And as I say, it is. So it says it's about almost, it's not in every case they say, but that's what they say in general. They twice as long as they are wide, which that works out to approximately. Which is another clue to tell you that is a blade. So you've got the percussive lines, the flake lines there from where it's been struck, but the platform is missing now, and the bulb is missing. You can see where it must have been over this end at one point. That's a beauty. I love that. How strong is that to have lasted all that time on rolling around in the sea? Unless, of course, it's not Paleolithic and it's not been there as long. I mean, how the hell do you tell? So this one's a bit of a weird one. I think this has been messed with and like to make it into a scraper. I believe that was a platform down this end before, and that's the original surface with the percussive lines going across, but then it's been retouched on here, here and here to make that sharper on this edge. I think you can see that. So the lower bit being that original bit there, you see, and then they've taken off there, otherwise this would have gone obviously all the way across the back. So it's had a lot of retouch on it, I believe. Love this black flint. Oh, it's gorgeous. That's so smooth, that side as well. It's so smooth to the touch, and then on the back here it's all like edged and sharp. And again, the reason it makes me think it's bladish, because that's its widest point of, you know, it's approximately the same again, twice as long as it is wide. Oh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, this one is, first of all, I don't often get stuff in this colour flint, and that colour flint is beautiful. Look, this grey flint with these two different patinations here of cream and this darker grey. Some other inclusions here. Look at these little spots. So look at these beautiful flake scars down here. Look. Absolutely stunning where it's come from the core. Doosh. From this way round, so the platform must have been this end, and the bulb is still not quite visible, but like I say, this here looks like it may have been taken off again, the bulb. But you can see the lines, can't you? Percussive lines of where it's been struck. So it would have been struck off of the side of that core like that. Poof. And that has come away like that, and it's given it that slightly concave shape, which is blades are well known for. It's almost like got a city camouflage, army city camouflage to it, hasn't it? I love it. It's really, 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 what's the word? It's very tactile to the feel. It's lovely. Now, it doesn't appear to have retouched, So, but then again, it doesn't have to have retouch. I'm not sure about this, whether that was part of the core, just showing them different bits there. Get in focus. But it's probably good as a scraper as is, I'm sure. Whichever way you were going to scrape with it, that'd make a good scraper as is, I'm sure it would. And be able to scrape a wide area as well. And at its widest point, it's like 4 centimetres, something 4 centimetres like that. So as we were saying about this tortoise, and then it's, look, and there you go, and it's up near 8, so twice as long as it is wide, in the words of Pillsbury. Lovely. Right, okay. Right, this is quite an attractive core out of all the cores. I mean, if you're going to find a core, go for it. Look at this, look. Look at that full working. There's no denying that, is there? No denying that. No natural force can do that. Impossible. So lovely, but I believe it's just a core, but it's absolute. I was gonna. He said, then. So, just you had to be there. It's one of them again. I can nearly say it. That must be my word. Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it? Oh, it's a shame it's just a core because it's so nice. I love this, the way it goes down to this V shape here at the bottom and that. Beauty. That's lovely. But not as lovely as my creme de la creme. And I know what you're thinking. You think, Ralph, it's that hand axe, isn't it? Well, yes and no. Because this is stunning. I've seen scrapers like this on the portable antiquity scheme site. Everything's got everything going for it. Look at this, look at this back, look at the bulb, prominent bulb, thick bulb, platform this end. That's the, look, there you go, you can see the lines, lovely, smooth, beautiful coloured flint. Definitely seen these before. Look at that, look at that surface, can you see the percussive lines are going across? Look at the little facets on here, that's got loads of retouch on it. Oops, nearly done it again, look at this. How beautiful is that? I don't think I need to tell you. I'm sure you're getting the same as me, look at that. I held it in my hand yesterday for about 2 hours and I was just holding it and looking at it and feeling how smooth and beautiful it is. Look, a little bit of cortex left here, look. Even got a bit of retouch here, look, I think a little flake taken off here. I mean, this is, it's just amazing. You could use this in many different ways, I reckon. Ambidextrous scraper. Look at that. I don't need anyone to confirm that one for me. Confirmed on. So when does a core become a hand axe and when does a hand axe become a core? That was my question. Because this is smaller than my normal ones. But let's just take this in. Surely a core wouldn't come down to the shape of a hand axe like this. So this is one of the smallest hand axes I've found, but look, that's a hand axe. Just this tiny bit of cortex left on here. And what a colour. Look at that. Look at the colour of that. It's a hand axe. Look at the flakes going across this way, look like this. Well, this is obviously, what is it, the alternate flaking, isn't it? That's what's given this shape, which is used for biface hand axes, isn't it? Just done enough where needed. Or maybe it was a bigger hand axe before, and maybe over time they used it and reshaped it, because there's a hell of a lot of work on it. Maybe it was blunted and it had to take a lot off to get it back to a good shape. That's a possibility. I hadn't thought of that till then. I don't know what else to say about this. It's just, look at this. It's just, see this working here like this, you know, on my other beauty. Where is it? This beauty. Look. Can you see? It's almost the same pattern in here. Look. You tell me that's not a hand axe. Look at that. Look. Look at that. That's amazing. That. It's almost like it's been made exactly the same way as that. Well, how's that? You twat, Ralph. Of course I have. Well, good. That means it's a hand axe then. Right. Stop arguing with yourself. I never realised how beautiful these things were until you find one and hold them in your hands and think about their age and how lucky we are to have them turn up and think that they were in the hands of a different species of human once before. It just never ceases to amaze me, and I still dropped it. Well done. So I'll put it over here with my collection, which is getting ever bigger, and I'm very, very proud of. And on that note, I must remember to say overnight, because I got told off for that last week. That's how I normally finish. So thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for the likes and thanks for your kind comments. And I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm always open to feedback. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks very much. Over and out.